The room buzzed. Tension hung thick in the air. We were at a House Oversight Committee hearing. Two figures stood out: Marjorie Taylor Greene, the firebrand Republican from Georgia, and Jasmine Crockett, the freshman Democrat from Texas. Both were known for their fiery rhetoric and unwavering stances. This was a showdown brewing for weeks. Greene, with her sharp tongue and sharper wit, had made a name for herself challenging the status quo. Crockett, a rising star in the Democratic Party, was a fierce advocate for voting rights and a vocal critic of voter suppression efforts. This hearing was about more than just alleged voter fraud. It was a microcosm of the deep divisions fracturing America. The stakes were high. The eyes of the nation were upon them. At the heart of the hearing were claims of voter fraud in the 2020 election. Greene, a staunch supporter of former President Donald Trump, had been a vocal proponent of these allegations. She believed they were widespread and threatened the very foundation of American democracy. She came armed with supposed evidence anecdotes, statistical anomalies, and whispers of irregularities. Crockett, however, saw these claims as baseless and dangerous. She argued they were part of a larger effort to disenfranchise voters, particularly voters of color. She saw Greene's crusade as an attack on democracy itself. The stage was set for a fiery confrontation. The nation watched, captivated. Greene came out swinging. She peppered her opening statement with accusations. She spoke of stolen elections, rigged voting machines, and shadowy conspiracies. She painted a picture of a democracy under siege. Her words dripped with indignation. Her supporters in the room cheered. She presented her evidence, much of it anecdotal, some statistical. She cited instances of alleged irregularities. She pointed to discrepancies in vote counts. She spoke of disenfranchised voters, their voices silenced. Her performance was passionate, fiery, and to her critics, deeply misleading. Crockett was ready. She countered Greene's claims point by point. She called the evidence flimsy, the accusations baseless. She accused Greene of fear-mongering, of undermining public trust in the electoral process. Her voice was calm, measured, but firm. She pointed to the lack of concrete evidence. She highlighted the numerous recounts and audits that had confirmed the election results. She reminded the committee that these claims had been repeatedly debunked by courts and election officials. Her argument was grounded in facts, in logic, in a belief in the democratic process. As the hearing grew increasingly contentious, the two representatives traded sharp barbs. The atmosphere crackled with animosity, setting the stage for a defining moment. In a moment of exasperation, Greene made a personal comment about Crockett's appearance. "You know," Greene sneered, "with those fake eyelashes, you're really good at putting on a show." The room gasped at the comment, which was seen as unprofessional, disrespectful, and racially charged. It was a low blow, even for the often combative Greene. The fake eyelashes comment ignited a firestorm. Crockett, visibly shaken, responded with a fiery denunciation. She called out Greene's disrespect and her blatant attempt to distract from the real issues. Her voice trembled with anger as Democrats on the committee rallied to Crockett's defense, condemning Greene's behavior and calling for an apology. Meanwhile, Republicans, for the most part, remained silent. The incident became national news, further highlighting the partisan divide in America. The Greene-Crockett clash had far-reaching consequences. It amplified the debate over election integrity, fueled distrust in the electoral process, and deepened the partisan divide. The accusations of voter fraud, though largely unsubstantiated, continued to circulate. Greene's supporters applauded her boldness, her willingness to challenge the establishment. Crockett's supporters praised her courage, her unwavering defense of democracy. The incident underscored the fragility of American democracy, the ease with which unfounded claims could sow discord. The hearing concluded with no resolution, no consensus. The two sides remained entrenched. The allegations of voter fraud lingered, a dark cloud over the American political landscape. The fake eyelashes comment continued to reverberate. Greene remained defiant, unrepentant. Crockett, though shaken, emerged as a symbol of resilience, a voice of reason in a sea of misinformation. The incident served as a stark reminder of the challenges facing American democracy.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Greene-Crockett exchange dominated headlines. It sparked heated discussions on social media. It became a lightning rod for conversations about race, gender, and political discourse. Public opinion was sharply divided. Some saw Greene as a courageous truth-teller, a defender of American values. Others saw her as a dangerous demagogue, a threat to democracy. Crockett was hailed as a hero by some, a victim of racism and sexism. The incident exposed the deep fissures in American society, the erosion of civility and respect. The Greene-Crockett clash was more than just a heated exchange. It was a symptom of a deeper malaise, a reflection of the polarization that gripped America. The debate over election integrity continued, fueled by misinformation and partisan rancor. The fight for the soul of America raged on. The forces of division and distrust were strong, but so too were the forces of unity and hope. The future of American democracy hung in the balance, its fate uncertain.